a tree fell right bang in the middle of one of the most busiest in normal times streets of Mumbai. Just let's find out what Mustafa saw.
As Cyclone Nisarg makes a landfall in Mumbai, there have been incidents of tree falling reported. We are at CST area here. You can see this big tree fallen on the main road. Fortunately, there was no loss of life as there is not much traffic on the road. But these kind of tree fall incidents have been reported at multiple locations in Mumbai. And you can see these winds which are flowing at this point of time and expected to go on. And this point of time you can see and experience that actual landfall of Cyclone Nisarg has started, and the police agencies are started to mobilize in and around Mumbai, because these kind of incidences, especially for the weekend-old buildings, are more likely and more exposed to such cyclones. With camera person Mangesh Amre, Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai for India Today. We are right now present on the Vashi Bridge, and all the advertising boards which were on the poles are fallen. And you can see these are the particular advertising boards, and several of the signboards over here on the Vashi Bridge. You can see over there, several signboards have fallen on this particular bridge, and the wind is gradually increasing a lot. You can't even stand at this particular place where we are right now. The bikes which are going are facing a lot of difficulty to pass by, and several such signboards on this particular bridge have fallen down. Many of the trees have collapsed in the Navi Mumbai area as well. Over there also you can see how the situation is. The wind is very much, has taken a lot of speed, and such is the situation on this particular area at Vashi Bridge. With camera person Samir Shanbag, this is Saurabh Akhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
All our reporters there on ground zero, braving the elements and bringing you reports right through the day. Meanwhile, India Today spoke to the Vice President of Meteorology and Climate Change at the SkyMet Weather Center some time back. Let's listen into what he had to say.
The eye of cyclone has made a landfall, and it has completed its landfall, and now, as we were expecting it to reach Mumbai, but landfall is south of Mumbai over Raigad area. That's why now the cyclone is weakening, and it will take another 2 to 3 hours for rains to subside over Raigad area, but Mumbai will not see much heavy rain. Only southern suburbs may get moderate showers with wind speed of 30 to 40 km per hour, not exceeding this. So we can say worst is over for Mumbai, but interior parts of Maharashtra are going to get good rain and thunder shower activities, particularly North Madhya Maharashtra, Nasik, Pune and Ahmednagar, Jalgaon area. But the threat of heavy rain or destruction is ruled out now over those areas also.
Oh, that's fantastic. So now what you're saying is that the threat for Mumbai is almost over. So the residents of Mumbai, whether they're living in South Mumbai, North Mumbai, anywhere where they're living, they can finally take a sigh of relief at the moment because now it is going to start subsiding, Mahesh.
Yeah, now wind speed will not exceed 50 km per hour, and this is the normal wind speed during thunder shower, which has been experienced by these Mumbaikars many times during the monsoon season also. Although heavy rains are also ruled out, but moderate showers, few isolated heavy spells will be there, but waterlogging and flash floods will not be there. So we can say there is a sigh of relief for all over the place for Mumbaikars.
Meanwhile, let's go once again back to Alibag, because that has been the center of the cyclonic storm, and the impact there has perhaps been a little greater than other parts. Pankaj Kherkar, you're bravely standing by now. Alibag, large fisherfolk community, but also small farmers and some of Mumbai's elite who have cottages there. I know that Ravi Shastri, the Indian cricket team coach, was in Alibag till last night. Is everything now coming under control in Alibag? Any reports of any destruction at all?
Rajdeep, there is a lot of destruction here in Alibag, but most of the destruction that we have seen is the rooftops being blown away as well as trees being uprooted. Behind me you can see 3 trees were uprooted when the wind was blowing towards the sea. and when the wind had changed its direction, another tree had fallen down. So on every nook and corner you can see such trees falling or some trees branches being broken. Apart from that, whether the farmhouses of big wigs, may it be Bollywood stars or celebrities like Ravi Shastri, that we will come to know only after the district administration and when we visit those places, or such celebrities posting their farmhouse poster on social media. Now you can see it has again started raining cats and dogs as it was raining, but yes, the wind speed is not what we had experienced in the afternoon time. That was between 12:30 to 4 p.m. The wind was very strong. Now it has started raining very heavily, but the wind has subsided.
Wind has subsided, but tell me, as you entered interior Alibag, has the damage been greater there? Because along the coastline is where a lot of these cottages are.
See, the damage is there. The cottages with weak structures have definitely borne the brunt. But yes, those tin sheds and weaker structures, they have been damaged. And some of the fishermen who were here, they were claiming that around 200 hutments, their rooftop have been blown away. Now it will be it will be finalized, or we can confirm it only when we see, or the district administration, when the teams, NDRF teams, go there and visit those places. So people are complaining that they have faced the brunt, they have faced the damage, but the other strong structures, the constructions in most of the Alibag, they are intact and their rooftops are also intact. So only trees, some of the poles and some of the loose structures have been damaged.
We're getting lots of reports from across, as I said, the entire coastline. I've also got a video. You, the citizens, have been sending me videos since the morning. This video sent by a viewer from Sea Lord building in Cuff Parade. It shows damages to trees and vehicles. An entire stretch of road with an old tree collapsed on a few cars there. Mercifully, as I said, no one has, there are no reports of any deaths at all. No reports even in this instance of any injuries. These were cars that were there overnight, and perhaps the owners didn't quite expect that this would be the scale of the storm. But those images are pretty frightening that have taken place there at Cuff Parade in South Mumbai. So these are visuals again coming in from viewers, and I'm grateful to them for sending in so many pictures from Mumbai. They're coming in again and again, sending us their pictures and telling us what has happened. I've got more. Nadeem has sent us this video from Raigad district in Maharashtra. This was around 4 p.m. Hours after the cyclone made its landfall. You can see how strong the winds were in Raigad district. So this is a little further ahead as you move from Alibag towards Ratnagiri within Raigad district. You can see the heavy wind speeds and coconut trees really swaying in the breeze. It makes for wonderful dramatic visuals, but must be very scary as always for those on ground zero. Husefa Haider has sent us this video from Dongri in central Mumbai, and this is a video again of a tree which has collapsed. And as I said, tree collapses, Sahil was telling us 196 trees have collapsed. I've got another video sent from by Manish, and another friend of mine, Sachin Bajaj, have sent us this video from outside the Cricket Club of India in Mumbai, where a massive tree has been uprooted. Again, the tree fell on a taxi and 2 cars there. So a lot of cars have been damaged as a result of the uprooting of trees. Remember, Mumbai in any case struggles with its number of trees, very limited number of trees left in all the construction that's taken place. So it's a really saddening sight to see trees collapsing so easily in the cyclonic winds. A video sent by Shambhu Nath from Mumbai. It shows a drain which has overflowed due to the cyclone. And of course, these are visuals that we often see during the peak monsoon. This has actually happened even before the monsoon months. And remember, Mumbai's monsoon is expected only later this month. So that again are worrying images that we are getting there from Dongri. Also a video sent by Adil from Kurla West in Mumbai. He tried to capture a tin roof of a building being blown away by the strong winds. There you can see Adil sort of telling us how these are all lots of makeshift structures. Remember, in a city like Mumbai, congested city like Mumbai, mercifully again, no reports of any deaths, no reports of building collapses, and that is again reassuring at the moment. Mr. Borges has sent us this report from Dadar in Mumbai. Mr. Borges tried to capture the strong winds in the city due to cyclone Nisarga. As you can see, there's a sort of blowing of the wind across Mumbai in different parts. So thank you again for those images. Sahil, you've been tracking this since the morning. How was the administration? They've had a very difficult time because they're just battling COVID on one side and now they have to battle a cyclone. Were they fully prepared? This question has often been asked. Was Mumbai really fully prepared for a cyclone? It's not. You expect heavy rains in Mumbai, but not a cyclone. Was the city well prepared?
Well, it's very difficult to answer that question because their preparedness was actually never tested because of the situation didn't turn that bad as it was expected. Yes, of course, they tried, they shifted, as Tanushree was mentioning, they shifted the whole bunch of COVID patients, around 250 of them, from the MMRDA facility to Worli Dome. They had to put sandstorms on that particular structure so that the structure doesn't get uprooted. But luckily, the trains were not working, so they did not have to care about local trains being stopped in the middle because of the heavy rain, water logging at, I don't even have to think about it. Sion Station, Kurla Station, or somewhere at Hindmata, and some 3-4 normal places which normally gets flooded. So they did not have to think about that because the local trains were not working. For the first time, we did not have to bother about the harbour local trains getting closed down because of the heavy water logging at various stations. So they did not have to bother about that. Secondly, the rains did not pick up so much. I mean, if at morning time at around 10:14 there was a high tide. If there would have been a heavy rainfall at that particular time, then of course the BMC would have had to struggle a lot to actually look at the places where the water logging or the flooding would have happened. So that did not happen. And thirdly, because Mumbai was already in the lockdown mode, not many people were on streets. Not many people had gone to their offices. So they did not have to keep giving warning about going back to their houses or stay back at your houses because they were already at lockdown, at the lockdown mode. So their whole preparedness was not tested. For one reason is because it did not get that bad as it was expected. And secondly, Mumbai was already in the lockdown mode. So that's why that preparedness was not tested. But whatever they were prepared for, they were up to the mark. That's what I can say.
It's very reassuring to hear, as you said, and I know for you and the reporters there, it's been a tough few months. And it's not over. The COVID battle is going to continue. And that's, of course, the worry and the concern that one has in Mumbai. Come tomorrow, the city will have to get back on track when it comes to fighting COVID-19. 1,500 cases on an average being added in Mumbai. But Sahil Joshi, Pankaj Khetkar, all our correspondents, thank you very much for joining us on the show today. I just want to leave you with images from across the western coast of this country. It's a beautiful part of India. But these are the images that I have to leave you with today, not the lovely images of mango orchards and palm trees and the waters, but of course the roughness of the seas and palm trees swaying dangerously in the wind. Once again, stay indoors, stay safe till the IMD gives a complete clearance. Don't venture out, certainly not anywhere close to the sea. Our continuing coverage will be joined by the Weather Bureau expert from the IMD, the Indian Meteorological Department, in a moment from now. There have been cyclones, I want to tell you, in Mumbai even in 1948, but not as the cyclone again then didn't really cause the kind of damage that it did 129 years ago in 1891. Mercifully, Cyclone Nisarg also has spared Mumbai and indeed much of the wondrous coastline of Maharashtra. Thanks for watching. Our coverage continues here on India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.